Hi, this is Neil-Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, where we help people just like you get themselves up, running and selling things on Amazon here in Australia. We've got over 2,000 members who've collectively sold over $50 million worth of their stuff on Amazon right around the world. You can find out more by going to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. In this video, I'm going to show you a really simple hack for SEO. Let's talk SEO. All right, so this is Glenn, who is, by the way, an awesome bloke, extremely active in the Aussie online entrepreneurs community. Glenn asked a very interesting question all about the real estate, the available real estate on the product details page. This is actually something, by the way, warning, shameless plug, that I cover in depth in my Amazon SEO course. If you have not done this and you really want to understand SEO at a whole new level, you should go check it out, because it is, I reckon, freaking awesome. It's like a PhD in Amazon SEO, and I get some insane feedback about it. AmazonSEO.com.au. All right, with that shameless plug out of the way, this information, what I'm just about to share with you, comes from the course, comes from the same course. Okay. Anyway, so on the page that we find ourselves on, here's a page to go look at. This is for dog nail grinder. Pretty good product in Australia if you've never thought about selling this. Anyway, so if you look at the page itself, the main thing about SEO is to optimize all of the available real estate that we have on the product details page. The most important thing for SEO is that to get yourself indexed. That's not the most important thing to get yourself ranked, but as far as getting yourself indexed, it's that, your title, okay? But you've also got a shitload of other stuff on this page. So the images, for instance, you can use SEO on these images. How do you do that, Neil? So you can use SEO on these images. These bullet points here, the benefits, you also get an SEO component to them as well. In terms of hierarchy, it goes that, then this, getting indexed, and then all this stuff, which is their content, and then all of that. All right, but what most folks don't realize is you also have this, customers' questions and answers, and customer reviews as well. Okay, so the basics of the question is this. Can you use customer questions and answers to help with your Amazon SEO efforts? The short answer to that is yes, you can. Because this stuff here, the questions and the answers, gets indexed, i.e. Amazon recognizes that as part and parcel of the SEO, how it should place your product in the SEO search engine results page. So that is very valuable real estate for Amazon SEO. Now, why does that matter? Well, pretty simple, because anybody, you for instance, can ask a question on your listing. Anybody can ask a question on your listing. So it can be you, your mom, your dad, your wife, your husband, your lover, whatever it is, can ask a question on your listing. Okay, super important. So any questions that get asked, given that they are important for SEO, should of course be rich with the search terms that you want to associate with your product. Okay, so there's that. That's the first one. Second part is anyone can answer that question too, and any number of people can answer that question. So look here, look. One question gets asked and 9 people have answered it. Okay, so any number of people can answer that question, aka you can answer it. And any answers that get put in there can be indexed by Amazon. So the words on those can be associated between the two. So it's a super, super cool thing to do. And this is your product's FAQ page. So anything around your product that you want to highlight, is your product made in China? No, actually, it's made in Timbuktu, for instance, whatever it may be. Any information you want to get across, you should definitely get in there. It's extra real estate. You can manipulate it. You should absolutely be manipulating it, all right? So there's that. Now, the follow-up question, what I'm hoping you're going to ask me is, Neil, what about the customer reviews? What about the customer reviews? You can ask a question and answer it yourself. You just need a different Amazon account, okay, which is actually easy to do. What about the customer reviews? Do they get indexed? Yes and no. So, no, they do not get indexed by Amazon as part and parcel of your overall SEO strategy. They do not get indexed. And the reason for that, to be super succinct, is because within a review, there is typically a shitload of words that will be completely not useful for your product. So that's why they don't get indexed on Amazon. However, and again, I just want to remind you, I cover this in crazy amount of detail in my Amazon SEO course, all right? So if you really want to understand how to manipulate this and how to utilize it, you should go get that. It's freaking awesome. However, whilst Amazon does not index the reviews, Amazon does use those reviews for Google SEO and for Google SEO pages. Amazon is the biggest buyer of Google AdWords in the world, and Amazon is arguably the most ranked website in the world on Google. So they are experts at Google. And again, I could go in much deeper into this, but suffice to say, the Amazon reviews do get utilized by Amazon for their Google SEO strategy. So you can manipulate that, you can utilize it. There's a couple of different ways you can use it, but it's super, super sexy, super, super cool. But for us, and if you're kind of at the beginner level, then suffice to say, anybody, you can ask a question on Amazon. Anybody, you can answer a question on Amazon. Super, super cool. Okay, so you should definitely be using that. If you can, you should definitely be using that. Q&A section, handy for adding videos. Absolutely. You can add video in here. You can also add video onto the review page as well. Look, like that. Super easy to add a review. That's from Vine Voice, which of course has now replaced, well, it's a very easy way of getting reviews. Anyway, so that's Amazon SEO. Gives you a little bit of insight into it. If you want to find out more about that, get your like PhD in how to use, because there's so many things you can do on Amazon for SEO, then go check out amazonseo.com.au. That video was taken from my normal Monday night open forum Q&A session where the 2,000 plus members of the Aussie online entrepreneurs jump on a call together and they just ask me heaps and heaps of questions and I answer for them live. If you'd like to find out more about joining us at the Aussie online entrepreneurs, we've got over 2,000 members and growing. We're the fastest growing e-commerce community here in Australia. Then you can find out more by going to www.aussieonlineentrepreneur.com.au. See you next time.